Hi, I'm Michael. Today I'm going to chat with you about how to get your kindergarten or grade 1 dyslexic child writing and spelling well. It's really important that we keep in mind that we want to make things as fun as we can. The more fun we can make it, then the more motivated your child will be and the better that is for everyone. Now, it's important to keep in mind how exhausting the writing is for your child who has dyslexia. Your child, unlike other children, is not just learning to read and write. Your child is learning to write while the letters and words do funny things. And that requires more concentration. It means it's a bit more exhausting for your child. So it's important to keep the writing activities to short bursts of writing time. Don't do a half-hour writing session. Do a couple of shorter writing sessions of maybe 5 minutes each or 7 minutes each. Now, a good place to start is to have your child tracing over words and letters and sentences that you write. Now, it's important that when you are writing, you make the words and sentences large because your child doesn't have the same level of fine motor skills that you've got. So your child's going to find it easier if the writing's large. Also, don't just assume that all writing has to be with pen and paper. It can be with chalk on a chalkboard. It can be with whiteboard marker on a whiteboard. It could be even sand in a sandpit. Pen and paper can be demotivating. These other ideas can just introduce some variety and make it fun. Let your child draw pictures after they write a sentence. Just a small picture, it might take 30 seconds. It gives that child a bit of a break, and it means that when they go to reread that sentence, that picture is going to remind them what the sentence was about, which is going to make a big difference for your child who has dyslexia. So after they've written, have them read what they've written. It makes a writing activity also a reading activity. Buy your child a pencil grip. One like this that looks like a blob, or another one that looks like a triangular prism. They cost about $3 on eBay. They make writing more fun, and that's a good thing. For your kindergarten or year 1 child who has dyslexia, use a lot of consonant, vowel, consonant words. And remember, vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and then everything else is a consonant. So words like hat, mat, sit, hat. Consonant, vowel, consonant. The letters can be trusted to say their correct sounds, and it's going to be a lot easier for your child to learn to write with consonant, vowel, consonant words. Have your child use pictures to remind them what they're going to write about. Now, for a child who has dyslexia, trying to keep track of where their story is going is very difficult because their brain's focusing on everything else. So we want to make it easy for them. Well, you want to draw 3 pictures there. You draw a dog chasing a cat, and then under that you draw a cat climbing a tree, and then under that you draw a bird attacking the cat. Because when your child goes to write that story, they'll see those pictures you've drawn for them. It will remind them where the story's going and help them to focus on getting the job done. And I've never met a child who has dyslexia who did not enjoy this type of writing. You can help your child who has dyslexia to write sentences more easily and to make it more fun for the child by sharing the load. So you write a sentence, then your child writes a sentence, and then you write another sentence, and then let your child write. So you take it in turns to write sentences. This works because for your child who has dyslexia to write a sentence is really consuming and it's draining. So they're sort of getting a bit of downtime and a bit of a break while you write your sentence. Now, this tip is going to make it easier for your child later. It's worth doing now. A lot of children who struggle to punctuate are going to overuse the word and, because you can use the word and so you never need to use capital Letters and full stops. I went to the shops and I saw my friend and I bought some milk and this and that. Well, get your child out of that habit early by having them not overuse the word and. Children can't spell words that they can't read well. So it's more important to have our children reading well and writing sentences than it is to have them spelling. Yet, I know that most of us as parents can't help ourselves. We just have to do some spelling with our children. If you're going to do some spelling with your child, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. The first thing is have your child spelling words that rhyme. Words like took, book, hook, cook. The fact that they're rhyming words makes it easier for your child to learn how to spell them. Also, when you've got rhyming words, put the rhyming section in a different colour from the first section. So maybe the words cook, book and hook will have the O-OK in red and then those first sounds in a different colour. It means that your child can learn to recognise the patterns and they can learn to see words in chunks. Now remember that for your child who has dyslexia, the goal is to read well, and then after that the goal is to write sentences well, and then after that we'll start worrying about spelling. I really hope that you're able to implement some of this for your child in kindergarten or year one. I know it'll make a big difference. Let's get out there and give it a shot.